Hi, this is Bruce, and today we're going to be looking at how to create a gallery using the relatively new CSS grid layout. Okay, so you can see here I've done a quick wireframe of my gallery, and it has a header area, a little section for a bit of an intro paragraph. I'm planning to do a 2-column layout. And then at the bottom I've got a nav and a footer. So I'm going to flip over here and you can see I've created a gallery folder. Let me just simplify this a little bit. So I've created a gallery folder, and inside my gallery folder I've got some images that I've resized to about 1600 pixels, and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to right click and do new file, call it index.html, and then in Sublime Text with Emmet installed I can just do exclamation tab and it gives me a basic HTML structure. So the next thing I want to do is figure out what my HTML is going to be. So you can see here I've taken my wireframe and then I'm translating it or converting it into some tags. So I'm going to wrap everything in a div and give it a class of grid. Then my main sections are going to be header. I've got 2 sections, one for the intro, one for the gallery, and then a nav and a footer at the bottom. So I'm going to go div, and that's going to be give it a class of grid. And inside, let me just change over to English keyboard. And inside that, I'm going to have a header, and then plus a section with an ID of intro, plus another section with an ID of gallery. Then I'm going to have my nav and then a footer at the bottom. So you can see I've typed this up using Emmet's minimalist kind of thing, and now I can go through and populate these things. Okay, so in my header, I'm just going to add an H1 that says gallery. And here I'm going to add an H2 and I'm going to type up a quick paragraph here. Then in my gallery, what I want to do is add figures. So the figures will be for containing the images, and then obviously I'm going to add image and a caption in each one of those figures. So it's going to be figure, and inside that an image plus a fig caption, and then I will, and it should be images / gallery -1 and then something .jpg. And I'll copy that and paste it. We'll start off with 4 times. Okay, so now we'll take this and we will upload it. And I'm going to take my images folder and I'm going to upload it as well. And with any luck, let me add some nav here as well. Okay, let's upload this and we shall check it online. And you can see we've got our our page where we've got our header, we've got our info section, and then we've got the 4 images that we've added with the captions, and there's our nav and our footer at the bottom. So we've got our basic HTML structure. Okay, so now what we need to do is to add the CSS in order to create the layout. So I'm going to create that file. And we'll start off with having the grid as being 1 column. So to the grid, I'm going to set the display to grid. And then I'm going to set the grid template columns to 1 fraction. So we'll have 1 column. And then I'll do grid row gap 1em. There'll be a little gap between the sections. Next, I want to set my gallery to also be display grid, but here I'm going to add the columns. I'm going to add 2 columns, and we'll keep that as 1. And then in here, I'm going to add something to resize the images responsively, smaller. So I'm going to set the max width to be equal to 100%, which should constrain them to their folders. Obviously, height will be set to auto so that they will resize proportionately. And now come back here and we'll add the style sheet, or link the style sheet to the gallery. Obviously have to put in the folder where that's located as well. And this is not really what I was expecting. I was expecting 2 equal columns. Oh, I should put 1 fraction for both, or same number of fractions for both, and then we should get 2 equal columns with our layout. After that, we can do some more formatting of the main page, but I think this gives you a real good idea of how to get started with CSS grid layout. Thanks. Hope this helps.